Hi. My topic for today is a very beautiful saying that is expressed by Sister Shivani from Brahma Kumaris. This saying goes like this: Ninda Stuti Ek Saman. So, Ninda is criticism, Stuti is appreciation or praise, and it says that during these times when you are appreciated or praised, or during the times when you are insulted or demeaned or uh, any kind of negative triggers that happen, you remain moderate, you remain balanced, and you're able to regulate your emotions appropriately. So during both these times, how to remain balanced, or in fact remain balanced during both these times, is what she says about. uh, it has completely transformed me in my inner journey, and I would love to share that how it all started. So initially, whenever I achieved any practical success, be it in academics or sports or anything that I achieved in life, where I got recognition, I always felt proud of myself. Feeling proud also means that you are considering yourself one level above others, or to some level above others. So, if you must have heard the quote that, success should never go into the head. This is what it actually means, that when you grow proudy, you consider yourself above others, which also is not good for your energy level, right? Because we all are equal in almost all ways, just the way we are. It's just that, in a practical world, uh, we try to compare each other, and maybe, based on what we've achieved, we try to put ourselves into different levels, right? This is what we all do, and that is okay till we are aiming towards growing more aware of, does this inequality in our mind actually serving us or disturbing us? So yeah, like I grew up, I also grew up being proudy over all my achievements. There were times when I took a step back, and I also grew humble about many of the things that I had achieved, and I was always grateful to God and myself for all the things that I got. um, it's good to be grateful. That actually makes you really humble. But I didn't know a way out, because I thought that, enjoying success and growing proudly was okay. I was just happy about being appreciated, right? But somewhere down the lane, we are also, while we are appreciated, we also seek validation. Validation for the things that we've achieved, or validation for our beings, for the way we are. We need approval. And if we do not get approval, that's when we also start um, looking at ourselves not in a higher vibration, right? So this is what happened to me. And I used to love to be in limelight, and fortunately, because I was uh, always internally connected to myself, so that proudness didn't actually go into my head. But at the same time, it was not balanced either. And when I came across this quote, or this saying later in my life, that Ninda Stuti Ek Saman, initially, as always, I didn't understand the depth of what it encompasses. But this is what Sister Shivani says, and whatever I've understood, I'll try and explain it, because that is how I could grasp it slowly and make gradual changes in my life. And a huge amount of transformation has happened in this area. So she says that if you consider that, a pendulum, when it's at the center, it's balanced, right? So our mind is supposed to be in a balanced state, uh, but most of the times it's not, right? So she says that if during the times of appreciation and praise, if this pendulum moves at a particular angle or a degree, s- that same degree it will move when any kind of bad happens in your life, or when you're insulted, or any trigger that happens in your life which you are not able to uh, understand or comprehend. Yeah. So I'll just repeat it. um, that pendulum, when you are appreciated, say for example, if you've moved like say 40 degree, at an 40-degree angle, and you're very overwhelmed and you're ruminating in those thoughts, and you're becoming proudy, and you're in your own world. This is not to say that you don't need to enjoy your success. Of course you need to enjoy your success, but like I said, the success shouldn't go into your head. So if at 40 degree you have you're really into those thoughts. So suppose if somebody insults you, then you're going to also be at that deviation, like 40 degrees. You will be able to not handle your emotions at all. And slowly and gradually I started observing myself. I said, okay, let me see how much do I drool when I get really appreciated and praised. And I realized that it was too much. I was in one of the extremes. I used to feel very happy, very elated, and those same thoughts I used to keep on going on in my mind, and bringing it again back to feel good about myself. And this kept happening for a long time. And I also realized that if somebody did not treat me well, or there was some trigger that came across me which I couldn't handle well, so I've also created a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, and a lot of discomfort within me. And that was also like to the extreme of it. And that's when I started observing and becoming more aware. And then I started regulating myself. So whenever any appreciation came across, I spoke to myself. I said, it is good, I'm glad that you've achieved this, and it's good that somebody is coming and appreciating, but that is okay. I need not fly so much in the air. I need not validate myself based on this success. It's good to be happy, but it's also okay. And uh, and then I realized that my thoughts didn't go to the level of that proudiness, and my thoughts were in control. And similarly, when a situation came across where drastic things happened in my life, sudden things that I didn't expect, and which could really over which earlier I used to build a lot of hurt. And right now, if similar things happened, I was able to create less hurt. I'm not saying that it's completely vanished. I still do create hurt over many things, because I am in my journey, and I'm every day learning something new about myself. I I'm still working on myself, but I also realize that the intensity has reduced so much. And why this has happened is because I have been able to balance my emotions. I've been able to regulate my emotions. I've been able to see clearly that in both states, I need to be the same. Uh, why I need to be the same is because everything done in moderation brings you more closer to yourself, makes you more calmer, and helps you regulate so many things in a more harmonized and a graceful manner. And when I was able to also see myself do this, I felt empowered. I felt that I am in control of my emotions. I'm in control of my life. I'm not a victim. I'm not a slave to whatever my mind says. I'm making my mind the slave, right? I'm not getting dominated by certain patterns or that pre-existed, that if anyone says anything to me, immediately there'll be tears in my eyes. Tears is okay, but ruminating over the pain and drooling in that pain of hurt and crying for hours, it created a lot of energy in me, right? A pain is always related to negative energy, and unknowingly I was doing this. So it is okay to cry, but it is not okay to drool into any kind of emotion. So be it a praise or be it a humiliation, it is good to remain balanced. Why? Because it empowers us. So this is what I learned with this quote, Ninda Stuti Ek Saman. And it is so beautiful because it helps you get released of all the chains that you have been putting on in your mind, with all your thinking and with all the emotions that we create in our life, or with all the patterns that we've picked up as a child unknowingly and we carried it all throughout our life. So this gives an opportunity for us to delve deeper, to understand ourselves better, and to have more uh, moderate way of living, because moderate way of living is a balanced way of living. So I suggest you too, if you get an opportunity, explore and observe yourself. Observe yourself when you're appreciated, when you're in the limelight. Where is it taking you? To what amount is the deviation? And also observe yourself that when you are angry, or when anything, any not so good trigger comes across, what is the deviation level that is caused. All right. Thank you.